You might not want to. You might not want to yell while everybody's still there. You know what I mean?
Wow. So that's what Miggy's trying to get under control. Those little outbursts.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know, guys. That was crazy. There was quite a bit in here. So I guess we can start off with Tadao. He's kind of.
He's honestly, for me, he's like a question mark still. I feel like he's a bad guy, but at the same time, I'm not sure because he's not going around trying to kill as many people as he can.
Yeah, but he still killed that lady. You know what I mean? Just to feed off of her. He's lying to Shinichi. He's still working in a way for Ryoko. I guess we could say in the beginning, I noticed that when he was trying, he's noticing that Migi is not waking up. He's going to sleep and that he takes naps or really long naps. So, and he noticed that when he tried to give that murderous intent while Shinichi was at the park or wherever he was at, and Migi didn't wake up. So there, he kind of got the feeling of like, what, ain't your parasite supposed to, wake up when it feels like when it's under attack or when it feels like it's in danger? Yeah. And it didn't work, and he's noticing that every time, certain times when he's around Shinichi, he can't sense his parasite as much. It's like a very low, he's only feeling a very small amount of, I guess, the sense, the signal isn't very strong. Is what I'm trying to.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, the signal isn't very strong. So I don't get it. Like, I do get it. I mean, in the way of like Shinichi has to put Migi has to go to sleep, but I feel like he should already put that together. Like, oh, it's not working at certain times, and then Migi works other times.
Yeah, I think Hideo was very confused because he knows now, I guess, that Shinichi's getting power somehow from his parasite from Migi, but he doesn't know how because he doesn't know that Migi went and got into the heart.
Yeah, he doesn't know how all that works, especially because they've only lived with parasites completely taking over their bodies, and they've never really known the other side effects when you have it just taking over an arm. And then another thing was the whole Shinichi and Murano, they're very distant right now, or it seems pretty distant because of the last episode when he buried the dog. Remember, the dog got ran over. He ended up throwing it away in the trash first. She ended up freaking out, wondering why you're throwing a dog away. No decent human being would just go and pick up a dog, curdle it up until it dies, and then throw it away in the trash. Or not, I wouldn't think you would. But, and then he notices what he was doing was not really human. So he ends up burying the dog. And I think that, and then, later on when Murano tries to go and talk to him, he's thinking these really bad thoughts. So he has this really ugly face. She's going to approach him and he has, it's like, ugh.
Yeah, it seems like he's missing the element of, he kind of thinks out loud.
And then I guess another question I have is Ryoko. Who was that she was talking to? Who was this older gentleman that she was talking to? For a second, I thought it was, what's his name? Hideo, but we seen it's an old man with a mustache. So who is he? Is he like he seems like he knew a lot because she was Ryoko was asking him questions like, what are our purpose? What's the reason that these parasites, I think, are created or they're here? And he says something about the human population is starting to go bad or something, so we need to balance it out, or I don't know.
He said the human population was kind of destroying the earth, the world, so they needed to balance that out by bringing out the parasites.
Yeah, it's kind of...
So what does that mean then? They purposely put those parasites out there into the population?
I think so. It's kind of like I think they're thinking of it kind of like the circle of life. You know what I mean? Like, this thing has to kill this thing to balance out this thing, and it's just a circle, I think. But that's his perspective of it, but...
Well, yeah, but I guess if you really think about it, parasites are part of our life circle, you know what I mean? So why would they think that, like, oh, we can just put this disease out there and...
Maybe just to get rid of humans so there won't be so many. Maybe there's just too many. Maybe it's an overpopulation thing.
But then how are they going to get rid of all these other parasites? Like, once they say they balance out the population, like he said, what are they going to do? Get rid of them?
I don't think they're thinking that far ahead. You know what I mean? And if so, he's going to be the ruler of them.
Yeah, or they have some type of plan. Maybe that's why Ryoko is the way she is, pregnant with this.
And for a second, for a while, I thought she was gonna be the leader, but in a way, it doesn't make sense. She's still a parasite, so there still has to be the brains of the operation.
I honestly believe that she's not gonna be the brains, but the baby she's carrying maybe that symbol of or
No,
leader
no. Well, the
that
old
they
man.
need.
I think the old man is the brains. She's not. I thought in the beginning she was the brains, but it seems like that old man's the brains. But what I didn't get, like you're saying, the baby. She says it's a poison that she's carrying inside of her. Why though?
Yeah, I think that's why, because the parasite is in her. It's taken over her body. So the blood, you know, that she shares with the baby, it's gonna be the same. So I think that's where she's still confused too. Like, is my baby gonna have anything to do? Or I mean, is this parasite gonna be part of my baby? Or, you know, I think like you said, the old man is the brains and she's just part of the plan, and the baby is too.
Yeah. So I wonder what the plan is for the baby though. Like, is it to raise a human baby or to make him extra strong? Because if you start them out early and they grow up, you know, a certain way, they'll be really strong. That's what I'm still in my head, like wondering what is this purpose for getting pregnant and having the baby? You know, A got her pregnant and then, you know, but like, what is the purpose of the baby? It's not going to be a parasite, most likely. It's still going to come out because it's coming out of a human. It's still going to be a human baby, I believe. But it's just really they have a bigger plan in the end.
I don't really think the old man even knows what this baby's gonna come out like if they've never really done this. I think to them it's just like part of, you know, we put the virus out there. She happened to get pregnant, so now I'm gonna in a way take care of her. Maybe that's why he has communication with her.
Yeah, that's true.
To see, you know, what comes of this baby. Is it gonna be a baby, a parasite, a fusion of both?
Yeah. And then I guess another thing is Yuko, you know, this girl with the glasses who's been following Hideo. She has a brother who's an investigator or detective, and they both draw. He's the drawer, right? He's the drawer of the sketch artist, and she's really good at drawing too. So it's just probably a family thing that they have, a natural family talent that they probably have.
Yeah.
Well, either way, she ends up drawing his face. Drawing Hideo's face, trying to, you know, at first she likes him, she finds him intriguing, wanting to see what he's all about, you know, because he's just this very young, a good looking dude. And eventually as she's following him, she notices these little weird things going on with him, the baseball hitting him in the forehead, denting in, and then, you know, it comes back out. It's like, whoa, what the hell? That's not supposed to happen. And then what was the next thing? He changes his face. She's seen when he changes his face, and you know, so that was, you know, really, really kind of scary. Why would you want to face these things in a room by yourself?
Yeah.
You know
Honestly,
what I mean?
what I was shocked with was Hideo, how he wasn't so cautious, you know, like he would just walk into alleys and whether it was eat the person or change.
And I think that's what pissed him off, was that he wasn't careful, that he got caught. You know what I mean? Like, he was supposed to be this smooth guy doing, you know, getting away with things, and you got caught by this girl who's nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing special, but she doesn't have a parasite. She can't you feel your, you know, the senses like the other girl, you know, that other one that can like tell her that she's psychic or something, and she can feel when parasites are nearby. You know, she doesn't have any of that. She's just related to she has a brother who's an investigator, and she's just a really good drawer. So, you know, I think she just, I don't know, maybe naturally a good investigator. Maybe she naturally has those detective skills like her brother. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know, But either way, like, locking herself in a room with the mincemeat murderer, she must not really know what these things can do.
Well, she wasn't sure.
That's why she was asking the brother.
That's why she was in her bedroom. She was like, well, if I'm not sure, I'm gonna go ask him myself. Yeah,
you would not want to be in a room with the mincemeat murderer, or even knowing if they had a parasite in them, which is why the brother was trying to say, stay away from them. Don't talk to them. You won't probably even have to worry because there's not that many around here. They're the minority. They're in the minority. So, you know, you don't even worry about it too much, but if you do see one, don't get next to it. And that's pretty much the opposite of what she wanted to do. She wanted to go over there and ask and confront Hideo straightforward, and ask, why are you doing this? And if you are doing this, leave, because I don't want any of this to happen anymore. And Hideo's like, oh shoot, you caught me. I messed up. I slipped up somewhere, and now, you gotta die. Shinichi's in his classroom, like he's feeling that murderous intent. Since they can sense each other, and then especially when they want to kill something, it gives off, I guess, more of a strong sense, and Shinichi picked up on it. So, he screamed in the middle of class, kind of scary, but, I don't know.
But what's gonna happen if she does end up throwing I think it was acid that was in that bottle. If she does end up throwing the acid on Hideo's face, will that damage him to where he can't use that anymore? Or how does that work? Like,
you think he'll probably leave him like some type of scar?
Yeah.
Maybe, but he's still Parasyte. She'll probably get away. She'll probably get away for a little bit, and then Shinichi's gonna show up. You know what I mean? But so the next episode is gonna be really good. It's gonna start off with them battling, hopefully. But yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see. It was really good though, guys. Good episode.
Yeah, but how is the whole school gonna react now, seeing that Shinichi, you know, is just blurting all these crazy things out when he wasn't like that before?
Well, yeah, even Myrno, you know, Myrno, if you go back to the beginning when Myrno's noticing all the changes, it even took you in the past to when Shinichi didn't even have the parasite in him yet. He was still that, you know, regular Shinichi, you know, kind of scared, anxious, nervous. He's just all, you know, just a normal kid who's in high school in a way. But now he, you know, he got confidence. He has a parasite. He's stronger. He's faster. He's got, you know, that change in attitude. Even like the way he threw the dog away in the trash, and then, you know, seeing that was wrong. Like, he's noticing these changes. Myrno's noticing these changes. These other two girls are noticing that something's different about him. Everybody's noticing that there is something going on with him. And if it was me, a normal person, and I was looking at Shinichi, I'd be like, oh, well, his mom died. You know, that's probably why he changed.
But nobody really knows about his mother, because he didn't even really know until his
Myrno knows.
Yeah, but everybody...
Because before he left to the island, she's like, oh, where are you going? What happened? She's like, my mom died. You know, and he left. She knows. Myrno knows. I feel she's the only one.
But he wasn't sure about it until his dad, you can say, until his dad, you know, sat him down and was like, hey, your mom's dead. That's why even if he said it to her at that moment, I wouldn't have taken it very serious, because, you know, he was just like, oh, okay. And he wasn't completely sure at that moment.
I think he was probably more sure than we think, just for the reason that his mom came in here and stabbed him in the chest.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, everybody else doesn't know in school what's going on, what's happened with his mom, what's going on with his dad. So, you know, the way he's acting, maybe when they do find out, they'll take it more as, oh, you know, it's because he's going through a hard time, versus there's something wrong with him, like
a parasite. Yeah. Hopefully they'll just, you know, connect those two and not connect that he's a parasite. You know, hopefully it's just his mom died, so that's what the change is with him, not, you know, he has a parasite in him, so that's what's changing him. Yeah, we're really gonna have to wait and see, guys. Like I said, this is barely episode 9. Yeah, episode 9. We still have another 29 minus 13 episodes left. So, you know, we super excited. I'm sure it's gonna get a lot better. We're not even halfway through, and things are already happening. I'm really cool to see Shinichi just build that confidence, ready to take on these bullies that he never would have been able to before, you know, like all the 6 dudes that were there. And then that one guy, I forgot, wait, let's mention that the leader of them. They never brought him up. They've never mentioned him until finally that one spot, you know. I think Shinichi could feel that the cool guy, the tough guy in the back was the leader. And who was this other guy with the beanie that's always trying to fight and gets beat up?
Yeah, I can't remember his name. I don't remember his name. I just call him the bully.
Yeah, the bully guy. Like, he wasn't no leader. He obviously, you know, he just got pushed around a little bit.
He even admitted, he was like, how did he know that guy was the leader?
Yeah. And then even the leader was like, this dude will kill me if I really fight with him, you know? Yeah. So he could tell how strong Shinichi was just by blocking and grabbing his fist. No, like I said, guys, good episode. We're just gonna wrap it up here, and like I said, we appreciate all that support you guys continue to show us with all those likes and all those comments. It really helps us out, guys, and it lets us know that you are enjoying our content. So we appreciate it. Until next time, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.
Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way, yeah. Birds chirping and I hear my name, grasping into life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah.